Hello, we are the Snackbot team, and we are here to redesign the GUIs and the interface used to program expression, movement, and dialogue into the Snackbot. This main window is what pops up when you open the application for the first time. This is where you create the dialogue tree. Over here we have a toolbar, we have a select tool, a hand tool, a create node, and a create transition. And ideally, as you hover over these buttons, little contextual descriptions will pop up. Over here is a collapsing tool where it will collapse this window into another screen that we will show you later. Over here is the preview, and with each node that you create, you'll be able to get a snapshot of what the robot will be doing, saying, and how it will be moving around. And this also shows you a small clip of what the timeline would look like. So let's go ahead and just create a couple nodes and a transition just to see how this would work. So I would go over here to the create node button, and I would click it. And it will appear highlighted. And then I will click out here to create a node. And here the cursor will be blinking to tell the user to create a title for that node. So let's say I want to name it Start Node. And let's say I want to create another node. So I will go and click here and click out here. And it will create another node. And it's once again a blinking cursor, and I will name that maybe Snack Node. Okay, so now we have two nodes, and I want to create a transition between them. So I will click on this here, click and drag from Start Node to Snack Node. And there you go, there's your transition. And once that pops up, it will pop up a dialog window, and this is once again a blinking cursor to indicate that you want to name this transition. And so let's name that Hello Transition. Then you will go here and select type, select the drop-down bar, and it will show you different values. You can put in whatever you'll need and add additional ones. These are just a couple sample ones that we found that was common. So there's speech, a sensor values, and this will be when the robot will be sort of gaining input from different people or users around them or in the environment so that it can transition to the next node. So let's say I select speech. And then this box will appear for you to put in speech. And you can name these anything you would like. So let's say the user, a customer coming up to the Snackbot will say hello. So we will type that in and click done. So when we want to edit a specific node, we would hover over a node and double click it. And as you double click it, the window will slide into the side and the editing window will pop up. So as you can see, the dialog tree window is still here for your reference so that people will know where you're going. And this one that you're editing is highlighted here, and it's also showing you which one you're editing up here. And if you want to go back to that main view of the dialog tree, you can go ahead and click this button. But here we are in the editor. On the top half is the head editor, and that is to edit the movement of the robot. This is the mouth editor where you can create animations of different mouth expressions. Here's the timeline that we will be putting all these things together so that users can see how all the timing works and how they interact with each other. This is the head. You can click on this and drag, and the head will move with it, and it will show you the angle at which it's moving, and you can also do that on the X and Y axis. So right now, this is right here a ticker to show you where you currently are in the timeline, and that time is showing here, and same with the position of the head. Down here in the mouth editor, you can click on this color, and it will pop up a color palette, and you can select what color you would like. We have a paintbrush tool, an eraser tool, and an eyedropper tool. So you can go ahead and click on this and click on various parts of it to change the color. Okay, so let's say we want to add a dialogue or a speech to this node, and this is what the robot will be saying. So I'm going to go here and click Add Speech, and once I click it, a dialog box pops up. And so let's say I want the robot to say, "Hello, my name is Snackbot." And I click OK. You can see that a dialog box showed up down here in the mouth section. And because of the limitations of the Snackbot, where the mouth is animating whatever the robot is saying, so you can't really add a smile or any other expression while the robot is talking. So we figured in a constraint for that where it fits the timed dialogue in there, just so that people don't add things on top of each other. So here we go. We have this dialogue here from the robot, and we also have the time up here of where it ended. So we have the robot saying this. Let's say I want to add a smile to the mouth expression. So I'm going to go to a preset. It's a preset expression. I'm going to go and click Add Preset. And this presets library pops up. And these are very common expressions that the robot can do. These are common head movements. So let's say I want to add smile. I would click this, and smile would pop up. So you can see here that these are keyframes of different sections of the smile. And right now it is landing on the last keyframe here. And we are at 4 seconds, and that shows up here. However, let's say I want to add a head movement, also from another preset. So I'm going to move my cursor back here. And the time is now 0. The cursor is back here. I'm going to go and add another preset. And I want to add a full pan. So I will go ahead and click that. And there we go. We have a full pan in here, and you can see that here it's at 4 seconds. And if you click on each of these keyframes, you will see that the movement of the head will change, and as well as the time. And so as you just go, you can also click play, you can click back to beginning, and it will animate that for you. And so the user can immediately see what they have so far. That is our interface for Snackbot.